Do you have twin flame racing thoughts? If so, don't panic. In this video today, I'm going to be talking about what they are and how to cope with them. Hi everyone, I'm Kristina from Twin Flame Stages. As a twin flame, you're on a very special journey, and this connection is not a normal girl means guy, guy means girl, or guy connection. There's something special about your connection with your twin flame, and having racing thoughts is like a neon sign from the universe saying, hey you, pay attention, there's something really important going on here. It doesn't matter whether you've only spent a day or two with your twin flame or even just a couple of hours. Meeting your twin flame will leave you changed in ways that other relationships haven't. Are you worried that you can't forget about them? Don't be, because that's the point of racing thoughts, so you don't forget. Now, some racing thoughts you can't prevent, such as your twin flame being the first thought that you have in the morning when you wake up, your twin flame being the last thought on your mind before you go to sleep at night, and even weirdly and crazily, your twin flame being the first thought that you have when you wake up in the middle of the night. These are the kind of twin flame racing thoughts that you can't change. But if you find your thoughts racing about your twin flame during the middle of the day, then pay attention. Put yourself in the role of observer, watching the thoughts come up and go again, realizing, of course, that you aren't your thoughts, you're merely watching them. Many of your thoughts around your twin flame will simply be how wonderful your twin flame is and all the wonderful things that you are discovering and enjoying about them. These kind of thoughts for twin flames is like your magnetic tractor beam has been turned on, full speed ahead towards your twin flame. It's like a sense that you've been tuned in to this particular radio station called Twin Flame. As annoying and frustrating as it can be to sometimes think of your twin flame non-stop, it is the experiencing and thinking of these thoughts that helps you start to realize things on your twin flame journey. You have thoughts like how much you love your twin flame, even if you don't really know them. You have thoughts that the love happens or you feel love for your twin flame, regardless of external situations, availability, or physical appearance. You have thoughts that your twin flame are completely perfect in all of their imperfections, even if lots of other people probably wouldn't agree. And you have lots of thoughts that you can perceive the real essence of your twin flame inside, their soul, regardless of how many layers of ego or bravado they may try to display towards you. Your thoughts include that feeling of a deep sense of peace, that everything's all right in the world, that so much of our life and what we strive for really doesn't matter for you anymore. There are all these loving feeling thoughts that show you you're alive, in love with your twin flame, and being loving towards them. These thoughts were soul-focused. Your soul is telling you these things of how life should be. Grounded, gentle, loving, accepting, appreciative, and unconditional thoughts of love for your twin. Now, sadly, we also get less favourable thoughts about our twin flame. Thoughts that they won't love us, that they'll never choose us, that it might be hopeless that we could ever get together with them, and that they were trying to maybe hurt us. Now, these thoughts are all false. They're actually beliefs about our twin that we need to look at and review. Now, I want to talk about a very important point here. All of these were fearful thoughts and generally not true, so please don't fall into the mistake of believing them. When you feel these fearful thoughts about your twin flame, we're guessing how our twin flame feels. We don't really know. We haven't asked them. We might assume that because they're in another relationship, that they'll never come back to us. But who knows? People give up on relationships and relationships change all the time. So don't get stuck in negative thinking. Anything could change at a moment's notice. So you may be wondering, why do we have these fearful thoughts? The great loving ones are beautiful, but the fearful ones are not so much fun. Well, there are two purposes in our life as to why we have these fearful thoughts regarding our twin flame. The first one is to keep reminding us of our twin flame and our twin flame path. Life is busy and our soul does not want us to get distracted or to go wandering off in completely different directions. And number two, they're actually helping us to remove any thoughts or beliefs that aren't compatible with our twin flame relationships, which should be the energy and feeling of absolute, divine, and unconditional love. Now, we think these negative thoughts is to wake us up to how we've been brought up or taught to think by others, by our society, our friends, families, and TV shows, etc. The phrase, treat them mean, keep them keen, or keep them wanting more, are manipulative, egotistical thoughts, and we want to find and locate these thought processes and throw them out. They have no place in relation to our twin flame and unconditional love. In the twin flame connection, our soul is instructing our brain to literally recycle thoughts, a bit like a hamper wheel, so that we can ferret out all those thoughts that feel fearful and non-loving and get rid of them. Now, this is a normal part of the twin flame journey, so don't panic about it, don't worry about it, but you do need to do the work. Ever heard about the benefit of writing a to-do list so that your mind can stop the never-ending swirling of trying to remember all the things that you need to do? Well, the same concept here. When you notice and write down all your twin flame thoughts, especially the negative ones, you can analyze your thinking and realize these thoughts aren't true and they're unlikely. And that you can reduce your stress then around your twin flame relationship and what's happening by reducing your fear and these fearful thoughts. Failure to do this, and I mean getting rid of those fearful thoughts, means that your actions towards your twin flame would be more likely to be governed by fear, and that you're much more likely to blow up your 3D connection or relationship in whatever stage it's at simply because of your negative thoughts. So always begin in a state of gratitude, love, and appreciation when dealing with your twin flame. It is such a much better place to be. Now, don't stop thinking of your twin flame. You can't, even if you try. But also don't get consumed by all these little thoughts either. Enjoying the loving, beautiful thoughts of your twin flame. Now, with the non-happy and fearful thoughts, please acknowledge them. Thank them for coming up for you, because it's just your body trying to keep you safe. And then thank them for the message and tell them that they can now go. It's kind of a thank you for turning up, but I'm not interested kind of message, if this makes sense. Something a bit like what you would say to a telemarketer if they rang you and was trying to sell you something that you didn't want. Just politely decline. If the twin flame racing thoughts are really negative and that's hard for you to deal with, one of the things that you can do is actually take steps to change those negative thoughts with positive affirmations and positive ideas about your twin flames. Now, if you're having trouble with this is actually the point of the most recent course that I released, which is called How to Create an Energetic Twin Flame Love Box and Why You Need One. It's actually a 5-hour course, and in that course I go into detail about 6 different light, fun exercises that you can use that will pull you out of twin flame cycling thoughts that are negative into beautiful, blissful thoughts of love and appreciation for your twin flame, which is where you really need to be to transverse this twin flame journey with a lot less pain and a lot less anguish than you have actually been dealing with to date. So if you're interested, check that out. We really need to be focusing on twin flame thoughts that are positive on this journey, and they're the ones that we want to keep. So don't buy into fearful thoughts. Just focus all your energy on your twin flame loving thoughts. And with the loving ones, you might also want to use the twin flame mirror and turn it around and see how those loving thoughts apply to yourself. Have faith and trust in your twin flame, your journey, and don't forget to love both yourself and your twin flame. You can do this. Much love.